Hey there, everybody. This is BK from Forex Crypto Trading, and today I want to give you a quick look at Bitcoin to the US dollar and give you guys a quick update on the last video I made. All right, so in the last video, I pointed out the inverse head and shoulders that was forming. So I'm just going to draw it out again one more time so we can take a look at that. Turn off the magnet tool real quick. So as you guys see, we had an inverse head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder. And as you guys can see, we broke out of it. Then we started backtesting it, using it as support. So think of support as a ceiling and a floor. So support would be the floor, and resistance would be the ceiling. So as you see here, we were using the resistance point as a ceiling. Then once you break through that ceiling, what is going to happen to that ceiling? Well, it's going to become a floor. So now we're using it as support, bouncing off, as you see, and we started to run. So I just wanted to show off this pattern to you and show you that it's playing out. And how do we find the measured move of an inverse head and shoulders? I'm going to show that too. So the way you do that is you go from the bottom to the top, you measure it. You just copy and paste that. You move it over to the breakout point. So the target still hasn't changed. The target is still going to be about 68K. So for now, we're just rocking up. We're moving on. We're rocking and rolling, and we're going to make our way up there, hopefully. But just do not forget the bigger picture. You always want to zoom out and look at the bigger picture when you're doing TA. That's like very important. Let's get rid of all this. Just one momento. Yes, we are extremely bullish, but the fact remains is that we're in a bearish pattern at the end of the day. So let's just take a look at this so we don't get too blindsided by the bullish action that's happening right now. So yes, the rising wedge still exists. Now there is a chance that a rising wedge can break upwards as well. It happens all the time in a bullish trend, but the favor is for the bears for this type of pattern. But anyways, I just wanted to show this off. Now there's some other coins I want to take a look at as well. I want to take a look at Theta to the US dollar. Now here's Theta. I am really excited about this coin. Now this one, it's a similar pattern to Bitcoin actually. You can call it what you want. You can call it a pennant. You can call it a flag, like whatever you want. But I'm kind of seeing this. Inverse head and shoulders as well. Left shoulder. Oops. Head. And now we got the right shoulder forming. What's cool about this one is it also has hidden bullish divergence. So let's take a look at that. So if we zoom in here, we have our first low right here at about $11.30. We have a second low, but look at what the MACD is doing. Even though we're making a higher low, it's making more negative momentum. So that's what you call hidden bullish divergence. And that's a pretty good indicator that we're about to have a big move coming up. Now on this one, same idea as Bitcoin. To find the measured move, you just go from bottom to top of the pattern. Copy and paste it. And a breakout should occur about here. So that would put us to about here, around $15.58. Now there's other ways to find targets as well, so let's take a look at that. We can use Fibonacci. So let's go into the daily, which I must add looks really good as well. Like you could even draw this as a flag, you know what I mean? Something like this. It's a really nice pennant. Also very bullish. And something you can do for flags, another way to find targets is you measure the flagpole. So the way we do that is we go from the last low, which is right there, go to the top of the pole, which in this case is right here. Copy paste that, and you put it here. So this could be a secondary bigger target at about 19 bucks. And if it goes up to there, I don't see why it wouldn't go to 20, because that's a psychological resistance as well, you know what I mean? So that's another way that we could do it, but we could also use the Fibonacci, so let's do that as well and see where that puts us at. So when you're doing fibs, the way you do that to find targets, you want it to be pinpoint accurate. You go from the swing high to swing low. So you could use all the different fib targets. Like the most common one is the 61.8% retrace, which would be at like about 14 bucks. You have the 786, the 886, the 100%. Then you have the much higher targets, which are the home run targets. And like the highest one I think it would go is to the 1618, which would be at about $18.80. So that's how you find targets on trades. Now, I don't really like for this one, an entry is not the worst right now because we are at the bottom of the right shoulder. So the way you could like set this up for a stop loss, just 1 second, you could do something like this. Ideally, you'd want to enter right here. And you wouldn't really want to go below the right shoulder. But if you wanted a looser stop loss, you wouldn't want to go under the head. So like this. So for the first target, that's about a 5-to-1 risk to reward. So that's a pretty good risk to reward. There's nothing wrong with this trade setup at all. You definitely meet the criteria. You have all the edges in your favor. So yeah, this is a good example of where one could decide to go long if they wanted to. But as usual, this is not financial advice. Do your own research, make up your own decisions, because I'm just here for education. I'm not here to tell you what to do. That's something you need to figure out on your own and go by your trading plan, because you never want to just copy somebody that you're seeing. You always want to have your own plan and understand what you're doing, or just don't take the trade. It's not a smart thing to be doing. And if a secondary, let's see the risk reward on the other target. $11-to-1. So it's a really good risk to reward. So I really like Theta. Now there's one other coin I want to take a look at, and that's COTI to the USD. Now I had this one already charted, I think. Okay, yeah, I did. So this will make this easier. So on this one, like, let's take a look at the MACD and the RSI for starters. Like low, second low, which is lower, and third low, which is lower. Now check out the RSI. What is it doing? It's showing that it's less oversold. So it's going up even though the price is going down. That's called bullish divergence, classical bullish divergence. So we have that on the RSI. MACD, same scenario. 1, 2, 3 levels. Or is it even 4? Let's take a look. Yeah, it's actually 4 levels of bullish divergence. That's even better. Better than I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually 5. Wow, this is a really good chart, I gotta say. So yeah, this coin is really good. The way you could play a falling wedge pattern is something like this. You could enter down there at the bottom. Then you wouldn't really want to fall below it. Let me zoom in here to get a good look. You wouldn't really want to fall below here. If we look left, let's say right about here is a good spot for a stop loss. But as I said before, always make up your own mind, make your own decisions, your own stop losses. Don't just copy me, because that's a good way to get wrecked. You got to know what you're doing as well. I'm just showing you the bare basics here. Now on this one, the common retrace is 61.8%. So that's a 6-to-1 trade setup. So that's good. But if we're going for the home run target, the 1618, let's see what that gives us. It's not exact, but that's okay. It's just a bit. It's just a rough idea here that we're looking at. It's a 20-to-1 risk to reward. So as you can see, this is a very amazing chart. And you would fib the same way, top to bottom. That's how you'd find it. The daily looks amazing too. Look at this. Double bottom. Amazing looking chart. Anyways, I just wanted to showcase some of these charts to you, give you an update on Bitcoin to show you where we're at in the markets. This has been BK from Forge Crypto Trading. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, and most importantly, join the Discord because that's where I'm giving all the different chart reviews. You post your chart, I'm going to let you know what I think about it. You can come in there and ask me any of the questions that you have, and I'll be more than happy to answer because I'm just trying to help people. And I want everybody to get this money together because this is the year of the bull run, so let's all get this together. Anyways, this is BK signing out. Peace.